Rolling! Rolling, guys.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another booktube. So today I am going to talk to you about Invitation Only, which is the second in the private series. So, first of all, before I get started with all of this, I just want to say that this is a second book, so there is a spoiler if you haven't read the first book, just so you guys know. Invitation Only takes place right after Private has ended, like a few days after, and Reed is finally a Billings girl. But when she gets in the Billing house, she finds out that not everything is peachy and perfect as she thought it was. They are still making her do some things that she's not very comfortable with, and at this party she attends, like out in the woods, her new roommate Natacha takes some pictures of her drunk and with this guy. And Natacha wants to use them against Reed unless she does as Natacha wants her to. While all of this is happening, Thomas is still missing and the police are searching for him. But everyone seems to think that he will show up at this thing called the Legacy, which Reed has absolutely no idea what is. But all she knows is that in order to see Thomas again, she has to get in. So I said I wanted to talk about justifying Reed's actions, and for this I actually want to go back to the first book, because do you all remember when Reed had to dump Coran's boyfriend for her, like in the canteen, in the cafeteria? Or when she had to steal some test results, or some test answers? That was all things that when you look at, they're wrong and you wouldn't necessarily do them. But I justified that. I said, you know, it's okay, I understand her. One of the reasons for that is that she is this scholarship girl, which isn't really looking perfect there at Eastern Academy. That's not, like, normally you would just have a dad to, like, buy your way in. But she doesn't, she works hard for it. And for myself, I can identify totally with that, because for myself, I work really hard on my papers and I work hard in class to get good grades, and sometimes you just get back an average and you're like, why? Like the other day I made a paper with one of my friends and we spent 10 hours on this paper and we were only supposed to spend 4 hours on it. That was what she told us, our teacher. And what we got back was an average, and we were like, what? How can this be an average? This is not an average. Like, we worked really hard on it, you know? And I feel like that's why I justify what she does, what Reed does, because I feel like it's okay, you know? She's working hard for it, and not saying that I would ever do that myself, but I just feel like she's really showing them that she isn't just scholarship girl, that she's Reed Brennan, and that she is working hard for it. Okay, so I really wanted to talk about the glamorous life as well, and I feel like this is one that I just can't leave out, because, oh my god, like, she is finally in Billings, Reed, and she is with all these perfect girls who have, like, tons of money, and they have this, like, the perfect walk-in closets with tons of clothes and makeup and shoes and everything, and just like Reed, I can only dream of buying all those things. So just reading about them and feeling like Reed, like, oh, that was so good, I really loved it, it was so awesome. I love all things makeup and fashion and like clothes, shoes, everything. It's just, that is just so beast. So yeah, I totally fangirl over Billings, and definitely the fact that Reed has finally gotten in as that. And she gets to go there and she gets to look at all their clothes, and she even, like, all these designer clothes, she borrows some of it, and we hear like brands like Calvin Klein and Roberto Cavalli, and I just identified so much in specific that, because she was like, oh my god, all of this I could, that is so much money in one place for clothes. And I was like, just literally clapping my hands with excitement for all these brands and all these perfect things that we hear about. Yeah, in general, Invitation Only was so much darker than the previous, than Private was. And I really loved the whole theme with Thomas missing and Reed trying to fit into Billings, but still not being fully accepted. I really enjoyed that. I really thought that that was perfect for this book. It really had me hooked, and I had the same rush that I had with the first book, where I just kept on reading. And especially like the last chapters, like I think the last what, 50-60 pages. I was sitting like at the edge of the couch like a nerve wreck and just flipping through the pages because it was so good. And you know, obviously the ending is always better than the beginning because you need to start. And like, this was just really just, I was flipping through the pages, and I feel like I say that with, I said that with the last book as well, but they are just so well written that it is hard not to. So I ordered the next book in the series last week called Untouchable, and I can't wait for it to get here. I'm so excited because this one, everything in it worked, which is also, if you haven't guessed it yet, why I am gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars. Everything from the missing boyfriend to Reed trying to adapt to Billings just fit, like, it's just perfect, and it is very well written, and I was amused throughout the entire book. As soon as I started reading it, I was definitely in the same world again as I was when I read the first one, and that is really awesome to start a book and instantly fall into place again. So yeah, so that's why this is gonna get 5 out of 5 stars. But that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope that you liked my video and you liked what I had to say, and I would just love it if you guys would leave a comment below letting me know. And yeah, I will just see you guys in my next video. Bye.